In this video, I'm going to show you how to change out the elastomers on a Cane Creek Thudbuster LT. Currently installed, there are two 5s, and that's just the number Cane Creek refers to these elastomers, and I want to change one of them to a 3, which fits my weight better. So the tools you're going to need, it should be fairly simple, is I have a socket wrench with an 8mm head. Then I also have a 4mm Allen key wrench. The two bolts you're going to be, the bolt and the other end you're going to be using, this is on the back side, and then on the front side you've got the 8mm here, which you could fit over the socket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the 4mm in here, and since this one is a ratchet, just going to hold on to that, put the ratchet, and I'm going to unratchet. Stay clear, I don't want it to pop out if it's under tension or sprung, but it seems to be coming pretty loose here, so I don't think it's going to jump out. And nope, I didn't think this whole thing would swing out. And that's the first time I'm doing it, so I just want to make sure that everything is safe. And then you can go ahead and pull out the washer that's next, and then there's a plastic tab, and that's the thing that goes closest to this. If you want to go ahead and at this time pull out the bolt, feel free to do that on the other end. And now this is in pretty tight, so just go ahead and twist it to have that come loose. And let's take a look at these two, how they are here. So I'm just getting you a close-up look of these elastomers. And there's a tab, rubber tab. Nope, plastic tab between them. And they're all stock Cane Creek. Let me go ahead and replace one with the number 3. So right now I've got the 5s here, and over to my left down here I've got the number 3, and I'm going to install one of these instead. Now they don't list a top or bottom, so I think you could either put the 3, you could put them back to back, or you could put the top of the 3 on this end. I don't think it should matter too much. While I have it off, let's take a look at the flexibility of the seat post. So this is the front where the numbers are, and as the bumps come up from the rear wheel, you're going to be able to, this is about as far as it goes. So it can't go forward this way, it only comes back this way. So this is the flexibility of the seat post from here to here. And if you look in here, you can notice that there's already some cups. Let me focus in a little bit. So this is the cup I'm referring to, where you could go ahead and put it inside the elastomers. So they just fit right in there before you put the bolt in. And this is on very loose. Now that I have them all taken out, I'm going to make sure this is at its widest setting and see if I could kind of put these inside and see how difficult it will be. This will be my first time doing it, so bear with me. If I squeeze this in here and line these up, and looks like it's getting a little tricky to put them back in. And I'm going to go look in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that in from the lower end. And here it shows that there's a little gap here. But I think that should be adequate down here. And on the inside, let's take a look here. If there's enough space. I guess I could squeeze it a little bit. I guess with the medium one, flexes a little more, so I could just squeeze with my hand. Let's see, push the bolt. Oh, you gotta hold the bolt all the way through. Squeeze with my hand to get a little more. Let it come out a little bit. Okay, now in the same order you took it off, you're going to put that one in first. And while you're squeezing pretty hard, go ahead and put the next one on. And then finally, the bolt. Let's see if I could squeeze and put the bolt on. And also on the other side, my left hand, the pinky is holding on to the bolt while I screw this one on. Let's see. So I'm actually applying quite a bit of pressure. Oh. And just to show you, I'm not a pro, and it could be a little frustrating getting these things on. So if you let go, the washer gets recessed and falls right back inside. And then when you push it out, it sticks up. Sometimes it pops out. So you have to, I'm probably squeezing pretty hard. And you know what I'm going to do, just for the purpose of this video, is show you an easier way to do it. So when you let go, the bolt falls back in. And what I have with me is this little quick grip. So I'm going to squeeze them together. And then go ahead and see if that's going to help out. And I think it will quite a bit. So it's like a second hand. And now, as you can see from here, it's just sticking out, and I could easily screw this in. So it could be done by hand. I think it's just that if you have the tools, you might as well use them. Switch this on. And I noted in a previous video that there's about 2 threads showing, and if this isn't tightening, then I'm going to have to loosen it, go to the other side, put my 4mm back in here, hold on to that, and now I can go ahead and tighten this. And then looking here, it looks to be as if there's no thread showing now, so I just need to go a little bit further. Maybe let's do 1 whole turn. Just for the purpose, there's about 1 turn. Take a look now. And it looks like there's a few threads showing. Let's see if I get a little close up on that. So this is about how it was stock when I removed it from the box. So I think that's about proper tightness and depth. But if you look at these, it's looked like it's kind of compressed. So maybe it's already a bit too compressed. So I'm going to go ahead and back it off, maybe half a turn to a turn. And the way I do that, if it's going to rotate over and over again, put the 4mm on this side to hold on to the bolt. Use my 8mm and back it off. About half a turn to 1 turn. And take a look at the elastomers, and it looks to be a little more straight. And now you can tell that it's only about 1 thread in, or 1 thread exposed. In the instructions for if you have an aluminum frame, it says to grease the seat post a little, and regardless if you have aluminum or carbon, to go ahead and grease between here and here. So you see a little grease right there. That's what I did earlier. Now I could go back onto the bike with the softer elastomer. Well, again, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments section below. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for sticking with me this far into the video. Enjoy the rest of your day.